I just want you to know I took my meds before making this video. Not mental health meds. I mean like meds I need to live. Recently I've been getting a lot of videos recommended about VTubers talking about their mental states and how they're rapidly dwindling or either was that way in the past at some point. And this community is a pretty big topic and what can cause people to quit after only a few years being active, or at least take extended breaks due to the mental toll of drama, sticking to a daily schedule, events, etc. Now this video is not about going over like breakdowns or crash outs that VTubers have or anything serious like that. In this video, I just want to go over some specific VTubers I've recently noticed have a particular relationship with their audience because of some of their mental struggles, in some cases even boosting their popularity. So let's get right into it. What in the world is wrong with these two? Like, I just don't understand what's going on in their head. Yeah, you thought this was gonna be a regular video essay without me adding any sass? You must be new here. So I included Michi and Numi because they're going through this dating arc right now, with other VTubers also instigating and giving their opinions and whatnot, since Michi and Numi are quite similar. But what I think the most similar trait that they have is being a girl failure. Like, I have social anxiety and even I haven't fallen into the same pitfalls as these two do when trying to befriend someone. It almost feels like they're doing it on purpose to pad it out, but I don't think they are. They also tend to be the butt of jokes and teasing and then do the VTuber thing with like, no, stop saying that. That's not what I meant. That really was what I meant, but stop bullying me. Ooh. When are we as a community gonna get over that, by the way? I'm just saying. Like, it's one thing if that's how they're doing it on purpose, but it's like, come on, man. The joke is past. It's 1 a.m. in the Discord. What really gets me is that they have these long chats of wisdom and giving advice, but still enough naivety where it's like, why would you get in this man's car? It's a strange thing where people can both admire them and also want to protect them. I think the appeal is for fellow girl failures, and also guys who are kind of loserish enough that they can relate, and therefore can engage in the conversation because of that relatability. I ain't in there. I'm a girl winner. I just don't like it when girls put themselves down, okay? Like, why are you acting so pathetic? Put your head up. Step your money game up. Get your P game up. Parasocial and has some other stuff going on that he publicly announced. Not even Batman can make me go over my diagnosis in front of an audience that big. And that was like right after he got diagnosed, I believe. Like, maybe keep it in your back pocket for a little while. Mention it in passing, I don't know. There's been quite a bit of beef the general community has had with how he conducts his audience's behavior. And not entirely people that irrationally believe he can control them, but the belief that he's condoning it with his content and how he speaks to his fans. Which is still kind of crazy in my opinion. Like, that's their space that they curated. If he wants to call me his baby girl or something, then whatever. As long as he isn't trying to make some kind of VTuber cult, which would actually be kind of impressive if he managed that. Not that I'm condoning it. Donate to my Patreon. I think he has his head screwed on a little too tight to genuinely fall into something like that though. Like, God forbid a man actually likes his fan base back. He's a streamer. Like, hello. They just hate to see British people winning. I know. I do too. Literal queen of parasocial, and she is legit nuts. Like, this is peak, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you have to be in order to make the dollar signs in your bank account. Even with a design that looks like she just came out of Spirit Halloween on a discount, people were still into it. Like, no matter how much you mommy roleplay, Rusha just has this natural landmine girl nature that can turn into this sweet GF experience roleplay at the drop of a hat that viewers were really attracted to. She's a low count now, but had the drama not happened and she still stayed in her lane, I'm confident she'd still be making bank with a strong and to this day strangely devoted fan base. Put your pitchforks down. I'm not saying that Mouse is mentally ill or unstable. However, she is a self-proclaimed extrovert. I would say Mouse's community is an example of a two-way parasocial relationship that isn't considerably unhealthy for her or her viewers. Like, despite her pouring her heart out on streams numerous times about her condition or feelings about haters, there never does seem to be fans that overstep boundaries, which is impressive considering how popular she is. Though this may be a product of her not doing GFE or not even leaning into that direction. She's just always genuine about how much she loves her fans. Mouse has a right to tell her story and the state of her condition however many times she wants, and if people sympathize, they sympathize, and if they don't, they just don't. But for the most part, it's been well received, aside from the people that claim she's faking it or it's the reason she has so many fans. Sinder. What's crazy is that if she kept her mouth shut and the artist didn't detect anything shady, she really could have gotten away with it. Like, I don't think anyone is actually shaming her for the it's just business mindset, but lying to these people's faces is crazy. I could say all she had to do was keep them at arm's length and not treat anyone strangely like she did with Bao, and it'd be significantly less scummy. But if she didn't form that close relationship with them, then she likely wouldn't have gotten as many collabs, and therefore less money, less exposure, and less connections. So it was in her favor to pretend to be their friend for the time being. There are plenty of artists in the Vtuber community that are talented, and sticking to a particular artist just to have their name attached or because your so-called friend, or rival rather, is using them is dumb. So in my mind, she plays herself twice. This because she was talking about some Ziploc.
Man, that's how you know when you hit the spot. I'll make your pants unzip more than Ziploc.
This entire situation was insane, but what I want to focus on is the multiple accounts this girl had. She was everybody. The manager, the talents, the boyfriend, the dog, everything. Everybody is here and they're all Amaryllis Blue. I am so disappointed because this could have been such a funny reveal, but a little sad. But it just had to have all this other stuff attached to it where it's like, yeah, you've done too much, you just need to get off the internet. The reason she's in this video on this topic is, well, honestly, what same person does this? We can only speculate why she did it. She was probably lonely, I don't know. All I know is that if it were me, I'd like to see how long it'd take people to notice. She didn't try hard enough though. Like, I guess the art looking the same, you can just say, oh, it's done by the same artist, and it's not that shady sounding, but the voices. Can you try talking a little higher? Or a little lower, just something. She did give an accent for one of them, but like gave up, I guess, at some point. And it also wasn't a very good accent, and let me tell you, if you aren't good at an accent and you're trying to pass as regularly speaking as that, you might as well not do it. Take a helium balloon hit before you stream, then you'll have to try less. Then the singing all sounded the exact same, like really. I mean, some VTubers' voices do sound similar, don't get me wrong, but voice training exists. It's free on YouTube, there's no excuse. I'm not trying to make fun too hard, but I don't think I'll ever get lonely enough to pretend to be my own boyfriend in a public space. The fact that she tried to do a deep voice and pretend to be him kills me. You could have done anything. AI voice changer, steal a voice clip from somewhere else. There were so many options. Someone should try the whole agency is actually one person thing again, but without the whole baggage behind it. It sounds like a masterpiece of a plan, even if it doesn't last long. A lot of VTubers are League players, and do you know how scary that is? A VTuber I kind of like, or I'm starting to like, mentioning League is like a sudden jump scare. And especially due to recent events that I will not name. But if this video comes out when I want it to, then you likely know. I just assume that that's true now, that if a VTuber plays League, then they're tweaking. Wait, I don't know how to end this video. Be kind to your Oshis and even VTubers that aren't. VTubing is a medium where a lot of introverts and private people use to express themselves. This of course doesn't make it okay if they do bad things, but people are always piling on pressure to a type of career people already don't last long in, and sometimes quit because of that. I feel like the mental health of VTubers, like how noticed it is, it's kind of like the thing that makes you realize that this is a real person behind this 2D avatar. Like they have real emotions. Sometimes they cry on stream, which is something a real person can do, but when you hear their voice breaking, it's just different. Like even if their mouth is like hee 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 hee, it's fine. It's like hearing them break down. It's like this is a human. That's why you should be kind with what you say to them, even though everybody knows by now that the VTuber community is not very kind. But that doesn't mean that it can't get better. So, yeah. Bye. Even about Patreons, I've been so sorry that I have been doing that to them lately. But there they are. They're everything. Keep it up, guys. You're gonna fund my future Roblox addiction.